I tried to do this really cool tribute to Hank Williams Jr. He's turning 70 years old. The man is amazing. And I used 1 minute of his song, Just Call Me Hank. And the video was up for less than 5 minutes before YouTube pulled it down. I have less than 140 subscribers. I'm not trying to make any money off this man. I love this man. I'm trying to pay tribute to him. I'm not trying to steal from him. I bought that song at least 3 times between Google and iTunes, and probably bought it at the store. I support this man 100%. I buy every one of his songs at least once, sometimes twice, depending on how many devices and different things I have. So I'm going to re-upload the video without the music in it, and I hope you really enjoy it. And once again, happy 70th birthday to the man, the legend, the greatest of all time, Hank Williams Jr. Bocephus. We love you, Hank. Happy birthday. Well, hello and happy Memorial Day to everybody out there. I just wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you to all the families who's lost someone, to all the men and women serving. Your sacrifice is not in vain. We have a great country, the greatest country in the world, and it's just an amazing country, and I love it so much with a passion. I was honored to be able to serve my country in the United States Army, and it's something I'll never forget, and something I'm very proud of, to be able to honorably serve and leave the Army with an honorable discharge. And it was great. You know, I have no complaints about any time I spent in the military. So I hope everybody had a great Memorial Day weekend. I'm doing this 120-day review of my time since I've been back at Landstar. I pulled my first load January 8th. So technically we're way past the 120 days, but I thought I would just go back and try to give some perspective on how things have gone for me over the last 120 days plus. But before I do, I just want to say this one thing. Today is May 27th. Yesterday I tried to do this video inside the Petro, and it was almost midnight and people would not stop. It's midnight. Some of the strangest, weirdest acting people you ever seen. So I just said and scrapped it and said, nah, I just do it tomorrow in the truck. So, but I mentioned in the video that you're never gonna see that I wanted to wish my idol, since I was, I want to say 8 years old, right in there, for over 40 years. I just have so much love for this man. He is by far the greatest entertainer ever, in my opinion, to walk planet Earth. The man can write songs like crazy. He's written patriotic songs, he's written religious songs, he's written outlaw songs. He's just, he wrote a song one time in like less than 40 minutes on a plane ride down from Nashville to Atlanta. And he got done writing it, and I was at the sound check in Atlanta at the Omni. I know the guys that play in his band, and they always get me backstage passes and stuff like that. And we rode with them in the bus to the sound check, and we were there. And I see, by the way, I'm talking about Hank Williams Jr., the greatest entertainer of all time. Hank walks in with a briefcase in his hand, takes off his sunglasses, puts on his reading glasses, and because he's only got one eye, and the other one is a glass eye from the fall he had in the mountain. So he starts, takes his song out, he starts handing around some pages, and he goes, hey, I I just wrote this song a while ago on the way down. Let's go ahead and try to set it to music real quick, and if it sounds good enough, I might play it tonight. So me and my best friend were sitting out there watching him, and all of a sudden he starts telling the drummer, okay, you do this, the guitar player do this, piano player do this, play it in this key for this long, and just setting it to music like a composer or something. You know, it was incredible. Sitting there watching him, you know, it was like watching Picasso. It was incredible. And so after a couple little tries, they played the whole song through without stopping, and it sounded awesome. Because it was the first time we'd ever heard it, and I was like, oh my God, that's a good song. But you've never heard of the song. A lot of people have never heard of the song because it never got pushed out to be like a top hit song. It made the album the following year. His Hotel Whiskey album, I believe, is the album it's on. The song is called Fax Me a Beer. And that was back in the 90s. Early 90s when fax machines started being the big thing. And he came up, he wrote that song, Fax Me a Beer. And we were the first people to ever hear that song, and it was incredible. I'll never forget that day as long as I live. It was so cool. And then afterwards, of course, we were backstage and we got to meet him, and he was just such an incredible man. It's incredible. And he's been through so much. I mean, he fell off a mountainside, almost died. His whole head got busted open, and brain was exposed, and he's had so many plastic surgeries, and it's just, the man is a walking miracle. Anyway, happy birthday, Hank Williams Jr. He turned 70 years old yesterday. And if you've never seen this man in concert, I've seen him in concerts more times than I can count. I want to say I went to my first concert when I was 13 years old to see Hank Jr. And since then, I've probably been to easily 100 concerts. I mean, at one time when I first got out of high school and I had a job, I was averaging like 5-6 concerts a year. Nothing but Hank. I would go to South Carolina, I'd go to North Alabama, I'd go to South Florida, Georgia. Anywhere he was playing, I was there. If it was in like a 300 or 400 mile radius, I'd get in the car, go see Hank. And just an incredible entertainer. Incredible entertainer. And you got to check him out. I mean, it's awesome. He's the greatest. And he's 70 years old, and he still gets on stage and rocks, man. I watched a video of him the other day when he was playing at the end of last year, and he was 69, but he was still kicking it, man. I mean, golly. I would give anything to be in that kind of shape when I'm his age. So, anyway, I've rambled on for 7 minutes. I don't even know if I ought to continue. Anyway, we'll just end it at this, and I'll go and do another 120-day video because this isn't fair to people that would be tuning in to see what's in the title, 120-day Lance Starnes review. So we won't do that. We won't do an interview. I'll go and do that on a separate video, and we'll just call this the Memorial Day / Hank Williams Jr. belated birthday video. And we'll put some Hank Jr. music in there. How about that? That'll be better on it. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that because I'm a huge Hank Jr. fan. I don't know if I've ever shown y'all this before. Let's see. I got 2 Hank Jr. tattoos, and let's see. That one. I also have it on my side of my truck, but instead of saying Hank, it says Sput. And underneath it, right here, it says a country boy can survive. And then across the top, you have the pistol and guitar crossed. And I got that when I was in the Army. And I also have another one of those Black Hawks on my truck driving by, on the side of my leg. And I got them when I was 25, I believe, right in that age. And my reason for getting them was I told the guy, I said, I want to get these tattoos because I got that one, I got the FSU and the Hank Jr. And I was like, when I'm old, I don't want to forget this. I don't want to forget how much I loved FSU football and how much I loved Hank Williams Jr. And I want to always remember it. That's why I want to get this tattoo so I don't ever forget. So that's why I got him. But man, I'm such a huge Hank Jr. fan. I started watching him when I was like 8 years old. I saw him first time on Hee Haw. I think this was right after he had his accident. He was on Hee Haw before he had his accident, and like a regular person. But I don't remember that as much. But after he had the accident, he came out with the Family Tradition and all the other great songs. It just, man, I just like a magnet to him, And incredible, incredible person. I actually worked for him through his concessions person, Larry Doolittle. He hired me to work a couple shows selling concessions, selling Hank Jr. merchandise. And so I've had such a wonderful, incredible 40 years of just loving Hank Jr., And so he just turned 70, and happy birthday, brother. Man, you are kicking it. I ain't lying, you are kicking it. And I'm hoping to get to go to another show pretty soon. But anyway, happy Memorial Day and happy birthday, Hank Williams Jr. Bocephus. All right, y'all have a great day.